Welcome to Storytime. Get ready, navigate for quick wisdom of countless stories. Let's dive into the world of knowledge together and explore. Story: The Moon Opera, written by Feiyu. Inside the story, by Feiyu's The Moon Opera is an appealing narrative that ties together many major elements. Ambition and artistry. At the center of the drama is Xiao Yinqiu's unwavering desire to succeed in the world of Chinese opera. Her thorough education, constant passion, and persistent effort to achieve artistic perfection will be witnessed by readers. Sacrifice and struggle. As Xiao Yinqiu advances in the opera world, she must make major personal sacrifices. The novel dives into the difficulties she faces in resolving her artistic goals with her personal life, bringing light on the emotional toll this has on her. Kid. Cultural exploration. The novel shows Chinese opera in both its classic and modern forms. Readers will learn about the subtlety of this art form while learning about the rich cultural context against which the drama unfolds. Identity and self-discovery. Xiao Yinqiu deals with identity issues throughout her journey. Her dedication to opera forces her to confront her identity as an artist and as a person. The subject of self-discovery appears throughout the narrative. Relationships and social expectations. The story delves into the complicated nature of Xiao Yinqiu's relationships, both inside and beyond the opera world. It also looks into the limitations and expectations that she must bear. Symbolism and metaphor. The title, The Moon Opera, refers to the pursuit of creative excellence. The moon's faraway and ethereal appearance reflects Xiao Yinqiu's personal search for perfection and the difficulties she experiences in achieving it. Cultural analysis. The novel provides insight into the world of Chinese opera and, by extension, Chinese culture. It reflects on the changing character of traditional art forms in the face of modernity. Beautiful prose. By Feiyu is noted for her lyricism and informative imagery in her writing. Readers can expect to be transported into a world filled with vibrant language and imagery. Overall, The Moon Opera is a multifaceted and complex work that looks into topics such as ambition, sacrifice, self-discovery, and the transforming effects of art. It is an emotional reflection on the human spirit's ability to continue in the pursuit of one's aspirations in the face of challenges. Summary. By Feiyu's novel, The Moon Opera is set in the present world of Chinese opera and examines themes of ambition, sacrifice, and self-discovery through the life of a female music singer. The main character, Xiao Yinqiu, rises from low beginnings to become an established opera artist in the novel. Xiao Yinqiu encounters different challenges as she rises through the ranks of the opera industry. The narrative dives into her art's difficulty, addressing the difficult training, dedication, and emotional depth required for success in this challenging area. It also goes into both classic and current parts of Chinese opera, giving a rich cultural backdrop to the story. Xiao Yinqiu must maintain a careful balance between her personal life and her passion for opera during her journey. As she navigates relationships and battles cultural standards, her struggle becomes even more heartbreaking. The title, The Moon Opera, is symbolic, suggesting a level of creativity that aspires for the heavens while also suggesting distance and inaccessibility. This might be read as a mirror of Xiao Yinqiu's personal pursuit of artistic excellence, as well as the sacrifices she makes along the road. The story is a moving look at a lady following her dreams in a difficult and often unforgiving world. It offers a glimpse into the specifics of Chinese opera, the strength required to achieve in this area, and the personal sacrifices that come with such ambitious objectives. The Moon Opera is a poetic examination of art, identity, and the human spirit. As Xiao Yinqiu's star rises, she struggles to balance her personal life with her uncompromising dedication to opera. The complicated nature of her relationships and cultural expectations compound her problem. The title, The Moon Opera, represents the pursuit of celestial creativity, suggesting a level of proficiency that is both awe-inspiring and remote. This mirrors Xiao Yinqiu's personal pursuit of artistic perfection, as well as the sacrifices she takes along the way. The story explores the classic and modern sides of Chinese opera against a rich cultural setting, presenting a touching image of a woman's determination to achieve her goals in a difficult world. The Moon Opera is a brilliantly written reflection on art, identity, and the human spirit's determination. Chapter 1. The Audition. In the opening chapter of the Moon Opera, we meet Xiao Yinxiu, a young girl. She has an outstanding gift for singing and is really excited to try out for a role in an opera group. When she comes to the stage for a performance, she starts singing by heart. Her lovely voice and the heart she puts into her singing beat the judges. They recognize her huge potential. One day, Xiao Yinxiu is presented with an important chance. It seems that she is going to become a part of an opera. This is her time to show the world what she has the capacity of. She was full of excitement and nervousness. When the audition day approaches, Xiao Yinxiu walks onto the stage. The limelight falls on her, and for a brief time, it appears like every nation is holding its breath. Then she begins to sing. Her voice fills the room with all the power and emotion she is feeling inside. The judges pay close attention, with their attention focused on Xiao Yinxiu. Her performance has left them breathless. It's more than hitting the perfect notes. It's about expressing a tale with music. They can see that Xiao Yinxiu offers a remarkable skill that should be developed. There is a brief moment of silence as the final note fades away. The room then bursts in applause. Xiao Yinxiu has accomplished this. She's shown that she offers something unique, something that differentiates her. This chapter focuses on Xiao Yinxiu's opportunity to show her talent and how she makes a strong impression on the judges. It marks the start of her journey into the world of opera and glimpse inside Xiao Yinxiu's incredible adventure. It's a hopeful and promising moment, a step toward a future full of music and possibilities. Chapter 2. The Training. Following her outstanding audition, Xiao Yinxiu begins a new chapter in her life, one filled with rigorous training. The opera company sees her talent and is ready to help her in developing it to its greatest potential. Xiao Yinxiu immerses herself in studies every day. She sings every day, improving her technique and studying the emotions behind every song. The instructors are both strict and caring, pushing her to new heights. Training might be difficult at times. Xiao Yinxiu has difficulties, including times when she is worn out or angry. She never gives up. She understands that this is her opportunity to do well. Xiao Yinxiu can feel herself becoming more powerful and comfortable as the days develop into weeks. Her voice develops richness and depth that it didn't have before. She does not learn to sing, but she learns to express herself through music. Xiao Yinxiu throws fully into her training under the guidance of the opera troupe. She devotes herself to developing her craft every day. Her life revolves around music from early morning to late afternoon. Trainers are both tough and encouraging. They recognize her potential and encourage her to develop new skills. They pay attention to every aspect, from her breathing to the delicate complexities of her speech. It's not just about singing. She puts her heart into every note. Xiao Yinxiu sometimes feels like her voice isn't cooperating, or that a specific technique is just out of reach. But she understands that it is part of the process. She grows stronger with each challenge. Xiao Yinxiu senses a change within herself as the weeks pass. Her voice takes on new depth and resonance, filling the room. It seems that she discovered a new side of herself. This chapter exemplifies Xiao Yinxiu's dedication and the value of hard effort. It's a journey of self-discovery and development because she develops her gift in an extraordinary way. The training has turned her into a stage force to be faced with, and she is loving every minute of it. Chapter 3. The Rising Star. As the days change into weeks and weeks into months, Xiao Yinxiu's efforts begin to bear fruit. Her performances shine brightly in the world of Chinese opera. People start to take notice. Her voice attracts audiences, as does the way she brings characters to life with every note. Every performance expresses emotion and commitment to them. The opera company, which was before full of strangers, now feels like family. They celebrate Xiao Yinxiu's achievements with each standing ovation. They have seen her development, and they are also proud to have been a part of her journey. The word of Xiao Yinxiu's skill is spreading like wildfire. Critics praise her, and she receives invites to perform at important events. She's no longer just a talented young woman and a rising star in the world of opera. Xiao Yinxiu, with his success, stays humble. She understands that each achievement is the product of hours of work and pushing herself to be better. She loves the chances and is eager to continue developing her skills. Xiao Yinxiu puts herself in the emotions of each character she plays. She transforms into the character she portrays, transferring their joys and sorrows through her voice. It seems like she had the ability to come back from the past. The opera company, which was once a group of strangers, now feels like a second family. They delight in her achievements, knowing that her success reflects on them all. They've observed their dedication, late-night meetings, and tears shed in the pursuit of excellence. Critics are gushing, praising Xiao Yinqiu as a once-in-a-generation talent. In the halls of opera houses, her name is spoken with respect. Invitations to play at major galas and known occasions pour in. She becomes a celebrity in her own way. Despite the attention, Xiao Yinqiu remains grounded. She understands that every high note, every emotional climax is the product of steadfast effort. She doesn't take her gift for granted. Instead, she supports it and makes it possible to grow and improve. This chapter is a flurry of achievement and acclaim, showcasing Xiao Yinqiu's exceptional abilities. It's a charming effect into a world where dreams come true through dedication and tireless effort. The stage has become her kingdom, and she is ready to take it. Chapter 4. The Director. The director takes on an even more important role in Xiao Yinqiu's life in this key chapter. His guidance serves as both a guiding light and a testing force as she prepares for her role in the Moon Opera. The filmmaker fine-tunes every part of Xiao Yinqiu's performance with an eye for detail. He pushes her to explore the depths of her character, diving into feelings she may not have realized she owned. Their rehearsals are transformed into an artistic expression of creativity and understanding, with the director providing brilliance from his star student. The director's commitment to perfection is unchanging. He oversees every aspect of the production, from the set design to the outfits, ensuring that every detail complements Xiao Yinqiu's performance. His concept for the Moon Opera is nothing short of breathtaking. Xiao Yinqiu finds strength in the director's steadfast faith in her ability as she involves herself in her part. His training is both tough and motivating, pushing her to reach new artistic levels. The director guides Xiao Yinqiu through the complexities of her character with a careful eye for detail. He encourages her to explore the depths of her emotions, forcing forth information she was unaware of. Their rehearsals turn into an artistic symphony, with the director arranging the smallest complexity of her performance. The director's commitment to excellence is unbreakable. He manages every aspect of the production, ensuring that the set, costumes, and music fit effectively with Xiao Yinqiu's performance. His idea for the Moon Opera demonstrates his artistic abilities as well as his unbreakable faith in his star student. This chapter indicates the complex dance between mentor and protege, highlighting the director's huge impact on Xiao Yinqiu's artistic progress. As the finale rises on the Moon Opera, Xiao Yinqiu stands on the doorstep of a moment that will define her place in the world of music. The direction of the filmmaker, like a guiding light, has cleared the road for this wonderful moment. Chapter 5. Love and Conflict. As Xiao Yinqiu's star rises, she finds herself in the midst of a passionate romance. She meets someone who sees the fire in her soul and the dedication in her heart and knows her world. However, her love for opera and her devotion to it begin to come into contact. Balancing her job standards with the requirements of her heart proves to be a difficult dance. Xiao Yinqiu is divided between her love for someone and the art form that has become her life. As expectations rise, so does the conflict. The director, who has been a guiding effect in her career, recognizes her struggle within. He sees her greatness and encourages her to make the necessary sacrifices to realize it. Xiao Yinqiu's heart finds peace in the embrace of a fellow artist, someone who appreciates the arts as much as she does. Their bond is like a duet, matching their spirits in an emotional symphony. They explore the depths of their passion together, creating their own love melody. However, as their hearts become linked together, so do their aspirations. Xiao Yinqiu faces the difficult issue of matching the demands of her growing career with the requirements of her heart. The opera, which seemed to be something special at the time, now shares the stage with a newfound passion. The filmmaker, a keen observer of both music and human nature, discovers a conflict within Xiao Yinqiu. He recognizes her huge potential and implores her to make the sacrifices required for her work. His advice is a blessing because it forces her to face all the complexities of her own goals. Love and ambition interconnect in a tragic dance to do in this chapter, testing the limits of Xiao Yinqiu's dedication. The presence of the director is hung big, casting a shadow of responsibility and expectation over her journey. The stakes rise in conjunction with the music, leaving Xiao Yinxiu at a crossroads, caught between two worlds, each requesting her name. Chapter 6: The Triumph and Sacrifice. As the Moon Opera takes its place in this chapter, Xiao Yinxiu witnesses the height of her life's work. The production's grandeur, along with her thorough training and the director's guidance, results in a performance that takes viewers' breath away. Xiao Yinxiu moves into the spotlight as the curtains rise, illustrating her character with grace and intensity that goes beyond the stage. Her voice carries the weight of the story, producing emotions that strike a nerve deep within the hearts of those there. The audience is fascinated, taken away by the performance's beauty and strength. Xiao Yinxiu's extraordinary talent is met with crushing applause across the auditorium. This moment represents her achievement as well as the years of effort and sacrifice she has put into her trade. Despite the joy, there is a sorrow underlying the sacrifice. Xiao Yinxiu understands that reaching such heights in her art takes personal sacrifices. Relationships have been put to the test, and periods of uncertainty and feeling tired have been overcome. Xiao Yinxiu is at the peak of her career as the closing notes of the Moon Opera fill the air. The theater is her place of victory as well as her safety, where she has poured her heart and soul. Her sacrifices, while significant, are forgotten by the meaning she gets in her art. This chapter is an emotional finale, the product of years of hard effort and steadfast dedication. It is a witness to Xiao Yinxiu's outstanding skill and the sacrifices she has made in order to succeed in her craft. She is achieving the approval of her performances and knowing the way of life that has led her to this point. Chapter 7: The World Changes. The story changes to a broader viewpoint in this chapter, covering China's changing cultural and political situation. The world outside the concert stage is changing, and these changes are having a significant impact on Xiao Yinxiu's profession and life. Fresh ideas and artistic movements develop, challenging established styles of expression. Xiao Yinxiu is at a crossroads, attempting to strike a careful balance between honoring history and embracing advancement. The opera rooms themselves undergo transformations. New works and styles develop to reflect changing artistic views. Xiao Yinxiu, rising star in a well-known constellation, must adjust to this new artistic landscape. In this changing environment, Xiao Yinxiu faces a unique set of challenges. The traditional art form to which she has devoted her life is being reconsidered in light of current beliefs. New voices and styles are emerging, calling for an investigation of old rules. The opera houses, traditionally strongholds of tradition, now vibrate with experimentation and invention. Xiao Yinxiu, with her deep attachment to classical forms, must contend with this shifting tide. She is at the crossroads of tradition and progress, unsure how to cross this new country. This chapter reflects on the irreversible march of time, as well as the shifting sands of culture and civilization. Xiao Yinxiu's journey went beyond the stage to include a larger narrative of managing change and rethinking her role in a changing world. It's a monument to the human spirit's strength and eternal capacity of art to cross over periods and beliefs. Chapter 8: The Struggles and Reflection. In this chapter, Xiao Yinxiu encounters new hurdles as she travels the changing environment of Chinese opera. Cultural and political shifts face her with both opportunities and challenges. Xiao Yinxiu suffers from the struggle to adapt to changing artistic feelings. She is caught between preserving the traditions she enjoys and embracing the winds of change that are flowing through the opera world. It's a time of uncertainty and observation. Xiao Yinxiu has to face limitations of her own knowledge and abilities while new styles and voices emerge. She pushes herself to step into unknown waters with her art in order to find her place in this changed landscape. Xiao Yinxiu thinks on her journey thus far during moments of peaceful reflection. She reflects on the highs and lows, successes and sacrifices. Her love for opera is unchanging, but she understands that she must change alongside the art form she loves. Xiao Yinxiu bears the burden of adjustment with grace and determination. She understands that maintaining the past may limit her growth, but giving up her cherished traditions feels like a rejection of her artistic identity. It's a delicate balance, and she walks it with both nervousness and bravery. Xiao Yinxiu challenges her own limitations in the rehearsal rooms and on stage. She pushes herself outside her comfort zone in order to master every aspect of these new forms. It's an exploration of humility and discovery as she discovers new and unexpected ways to use her great skill. There are quiet moments of reflection among the winds of change. Xiao Yinxiu reflects on her journey, the stages she's graced, and the characters she's brought to life. Her passion for opera has remained an ongoing source of peace and inspiration for her. This chapter is a monument to the human spirit's strength in the face of change. It honors the willingness to change course, especially when the road ahead is unknown. Xiao Yinxiu's journey shows that great artwork cannot be limited by tradition, but rather develops in the ever-changing currents of creativity and technological advancement. Chapter 9. The Legacy. The tale takes a thoughtful turn in this final chapter. It's time to reflect on Xiao Yinxiu's amazing journey and the impact she's had on the world of Chinese opera. Xiao Yinxiu's name has become linked with creativity throughout the years. Her performances left a marvelous impression on audiences, and her passion for the art has inspired a new generation of theater fans. Her lasting impression involves not only technical prowess and artistic brilliance, but also the enduring power of dedication and determination. Her narrative exemplifies art's turning power and an individual's ability to shape an entire tradition of art. In this chapter, we see Xiao Yinxiu as a source of inspiration, a figure whose influence goes far beyond the stage. Her name is honored in opera houses and institutions around the world, showing the eternal impact of her work. Her voice's resonance, the depth of her emotion, and the sheer brilliance with which she controlled the stage have become famous. Her shows were more than just spectacles. They were spiritual moments in which the lines between the earthly and heavenly seemed to combine. Her name is spoken with respect at conservatories and performance rooms. Her recordings are examined like sacred books for the secrets they contain. Her influence beyond the sphere of opera, impacting the basic crucial of artistic expression. This final part is a tribute symphony, an ode to Xiao Yinxiu's artistry's ongoing legacy. It illustrates the significant and long-lasting impact that a single individual may have on a historical art form. Her legacy is a building not only to her excellence, but also to the limitless potential that exists within the human spirit. Key learnings. The Moon Opera teaches several deep lessons that are beyond the story's limits. The importance of dedication and hard work in achieving brightness is one of the most remarkable conclusions. We see the life-changing force of never-ending pursuit of one's craft via Xiao Yinxiu's arduous path. Her constant dedication highlights the route to mastery and reminds us that true excellence can only be achieved without sacrifice. Another important lesson presented in the narrative is the careful balance of passion and personal life. Xiao Yinxiu's challenges with maintaining relationships while devoting herself completely to opera are familiar to anybody who faces the challenge of balancing business goals with personal connections. This constantly changing situation highlights the complicated relationship between our professional and personal identities, as well as the concessions that may be required in traveling this difficult environment. The Moon Opera also points out the lasting impact and influence that an artist can leave behind. Xiao Yinxiu's name becomes a symbol of greatness, and her efforts serve as a model for future generations of artists. These lessons have an important impact, bringing views not only into the opera world, but also into the greater human situation. Thanks for tuning in. For more enlightening content and a detailed summary, visit www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Let's inspire and empower each other. Subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your friends and family.